Hello friends, welcome to Kamath Astrology, and today we will cover another topic, that is understanding the significance of the Navagraha Stotra. It is said that if you chant this stotra even once, any time during the day, it is said to give you relief from the malefic effects of any of the 9 planets that are badly placed in your horoscope. So, in this video, let us try to understand the meaning of the Navagraha Stotra and its significance. Om Shri Swami Samarthaya Namaha. So, the word Nav means 9 and Graha means planet. Okay, so many people, they face a lot of problems due to planetary afflictions in their horoscope. So if the dasha of a planet which is badly placed in your horoscope is going on, or if a transiting planet is creating problems in your life, then the Navagraha Stotra can give you great relief from the malefic effects of such planets. It definitely does not destroy your karma completely, but it gives you substantial relief from the malefic effects of the planets. The Navagraha Stotra was written by Rishi Vedavyas, and in the Falashruti, or the fruits of this stotra, Vedavyas has clearly mentioned that if you chant this even once every day, it is said to give you relief from the malefic effects of the planets. This mantra can be chanted by a man or by a woman. It can be chanted during the daytime, during afternoon, during evening, or even during night time. The Navagraha Stotra consists of 18 verses. Okay, and for each planet there are 2 verses only. So this stotra is very simple to learn, and if one makes it a practice to chant this anytime during the day, night or evening, but at least once a day, it is said to provide substantial relief from the malefic effects of planets. The order in which this stotra is invoked is first for the sun, then for the moon, then for Mars, then for Mercury, then for Jupiter, then for Venus, then for Saturn, then for Rahu, and then for Ketu. Thus, we cover all 9 planets in this sequence, and there are 2 verses dedicated to every planet. So now let us start with the first verse, which is dedicated to the sun. So we know that the sun is the universal soul and is the cause for all creation on this earth. He is also referred to as Surya Narayan, and all planets revolve around the sun. So let us begin with the sun by offering our prayers to the sun. So the sun is invoked as follows: Japa Kusuma Sankasham Kashyapeyam Mahadyutim Tamorim Sarva Papagnam Pranatosmi Divakaram. What this means is, Japa means it's referring to the hibiscus flower. Okay, Kusum means flower. So Japa Kusum refers to the hibiscus flower. Sankasham means one who is beautiful like the hibiscus flower. Kashyapeyam Mahadyutim. So Kashyap Rishi is considered as the father of all the demigods, and the sun is also said to be a child of Kashyap Rishi. Tamorim Sarva Papagnam. The light of the sun destroys all sins. Pranatosmi Divakaram. Divakaram is one who creates light. Okay, and Pranatosmi is one who gives life. So we bow to such a sun. That is the meaning of the first 2 verses which are dedicated to the sun. The second portion of this stotra invokes the moon as follows. The moon is basically our mind, and worshipping the moon is said to control our emotions, our thoughts. So let us look at these two verses. Dadi Shanka Tusharabam Shirodharnava Sambhavam Namami Shashinam Somam Shambhora Mukuta Bhushanam. Dadi means curd, Shankha means a conch, and both curd and the conch are white in color. So Dadi Shanka Tusharabam means someone who is white like curd, white like the conch. Shirodharnava Sambhavam, one who resembles the ocean of milk. Namami Shashinam Somam, one name of the moon god is also known as Shashin, and Namami Shashinam means I bow to the moon god. Shambhora Mukuta Bhushanam, one who adorns the forehead of Lord Shiva in the form of a crescent shaped moon. I bow to such a moon. This is the meaning of the two sentences that you see on the screen. The next two sentences are prayers to the planet Mars or Mangal. Mangal is the planet of power, dominance, aggression, and passion in life. Without Mangal, you will never get the drive to do something good. So, the stotra for Mangal is as follows. Dharani Garbha Sambhutam Vidyut Kanti Samaprabham Kumaram Shakti Hastam Cha Mangalam Pranamamyaham. Now, Dharani Garbha Sambhutam means one who is born from the womb of the earth. So, the planet Mars is considered to be a child of our planet Earth. And it is said that in earlier times, Mars had lot of oceans, plants, greenery, etc. Vidyut Kanti Samaprabham means one who is as fast as electricity. Okay. Kumaram Shakti Hastam Cha. Kumaram means a child, but who is very powerful. Okay. Mangalam Pranamamyaham. We bow to such a Mars or planet Mangal. This is the meaning of these two verses which invoke the planet Mars or Mangal. So once you have invoked your soul, that is the sun, once you have invoked the mind, that is the moon, and you have also realized your own power, that is Mars, you next need to control it with your intellect, which is Mercury. So the next two verses are dedicated to the planet Mercury or Budh. Now the planet Mercury or Budh is something which controls our intellect, our logical skills, our analytical ability, our communication skills. So when Mercury is weak in a horoscope, generally the person will have some problems with his communication, with his speech. So very often I find people stammering, and in such horoscopes we find that Mercury is badly placed, or Mercury is afflicted, or Mercury is weak. So chanting the next two verses which are dedicated to Mercury is said to relieve one from these effects. So the prayer for Mercury is as follows. Priyangu Kalika Shamam Rupena Pratimam Budham Saumyam Saumya Gunopetam Tam Budham Pranamamyaham. The meaning of this is one who is dark like the stalk of the millet flower. Okay. Saumyam Saumya Gunopetam, one who is very gentle by nature. Tam Budham Pranamamyaham means we bow to the planet Mercury or Budh. So by chanting this simple two-line stotra every day, one is said to be relieved from the malefic effects caused by the planet Mercury or Budh. The next two verses of this stotra are dedicated to Guru Brihaspati or Jupiter, who is the planet of wisdom, who is the planet of spirituality, who is the planet of optimism, who is also the Karaka for children, wealth, and happiness. So if you have a strong Jupiter in your horoscope, especially in the Lagna or the 5th house or the 9th house, such a Jupiter will protect you from most malefic influences of other planets. So even if the other planets are bad, if this Jupiter is strong, he will definitely protect you. So the mantra for Jupiter is as follows. Deva nam cha rishi nam cha gurum kanchana sannibham Buddhibhutam Trilokesham Tam Namami Brihaspatim. Devanam cha means one whose name is taken even by the demigods. Rushi Namcha means one who is worshipped even by the sages. Gurum Kanchana Sannibam means one who shines like gold, one who glitters like gold, or one who has so much wisdom that glitters like gold. Buddhi Bhutam Trilokesham means one who is known for his knowledge in all the three worlds. Tam Namami Brihaspatim. I bow to such a Devguru or Brihaspati. Chanting this simple stotra of Jupiter is said to relieve one from the malefic effects of Jupiter if done with full faith every day. Now, while Jupiter is the Guru of gods or Dev Guru, the planet Venus or Shukra is the Guru of Asuras or Daityas, and planet Shukra is considered as the planet which bestows you with luxury, with creativity, with material comforts. Shukra is also important for marriage. So, people who have strong Shukra, they generally have a very happy married life. And more so if such a Venus is placed in their 7th house. The next two lines are dedicated to the planet Venus or Shukra. So these lines are as follows. Himakunda Mruna Labam Daityanam Paramam Gurum Sarva Shastra Pravaktaram Bhargavam Pranamamyaham. So Hima means ice or snow. Okay. Kunda means a pond. So one who is white and soft like the snow. Mrunalabham means one who is like something. Okay, so one who is white and soft like the snow. Daityanam Paramam Gurum. One who is the supreme teacher of the Daityas or the Asuras. Sarva Shastra Pravaktaram. One who knows all the Shastras. Shukra is a planet who knows all the Shastras, who knows Sanjivani Vidya, which can bring the dead back to life. Bhargavam Pranamamyaham. Shukra is said to be in the lineage of a rishi called Bhargav. So we bow to such a Shukra. So now you have realized the potential of your soul. You have controlled your mind. You also have the power to do things, to achieve things. You have the intellect to control it. And you also have the divine wisdom of Brihaspati. But there is something which determines all the fruits of your past karmas, and that is the planet Saturn, who is the planet of judgment. So Saturn is the planet who gives you the fruits based on your past karmas. Saturn is a very slow moving planet, and this is the most feared planet because it gives you the results of all your karmas, good and bad, impartially. There is no partiality in Saturn. So Shani or Saturn is an impartial judge, and the next two verses are dedicated to Shani or Saturn. Neelanjana Samabhasam Raviputram Yamagrajam Chaya Martanda Sambhutam Tam Namami Shaneshcharam. Neelanjana means one who is black or blue, dark black or blue. Samabhasam means like. Okay. Raviputram, Shani is considered as the child of the sun god. Yamagrajam, one who is the elder brother of the god of death Yama. Chaya Martanda Sambhutam, one who is born from the goddess Chaya, that is one who represents shadows, and the sun. Tam Namami Shaneshcharam, we bow to such a planet Shani or Saturn. Now just reciting these two verses, generally post sunset, okay, is said to relieve one from the malefic effects of planet Saturn. So if you are having Sadesati, if you are having Shani Dasha, if you chant this stotra every day, then it is said that the malefic effects of Shani are greatly reduced. Next, we move to the planet Rahu, which creates confusion in your life, which drives you towards obsessive things, which can make you addicted to something. So, to protect yourself from this, the next two verses are dedicated to Rahu. And saying these verses is said to protect us from the malefic effects of planet Rahu. Ardhakayam Mahaviryam Chandra Aditya Vimardhanam Sihika Garbha Sambhutam Tam Rahu Pranamamyaham. What is the meaning of this? So we know that during Amrit Manthan, Lord Vishnu had cut off the head of a demon called Svarbhanu with his Sudarshan Chakra, and the head became Rahu. So that is why he is said to be with a half body, and he represents only the head. So Ardhakayam Mahaviryam, one who is extremely brave. Chandra Aditya Vimardhanam, one who has the potential to cause trouble to the sun and the moon, that is to eclipse the sun and the moon. Sihika Garbha Sambhutam. Sihika is a snake goddess, and Rahu was said to be born from this snake goddess. Tam Rahu Pranamamyaham. That is why Rahu also represents snake, poison, shadows, illusions. So, if you want to protect yourself from the poison or the illusion created by Rahu, from obsessions towards wrong things such as drugs, alcohol, etc., then you must chant this Rahu Stotra every day post sunset. Now, why am I saying post sunset? See, both planets Saturn and Rahu are considered inimical to the sun. That is, they consider sun as their enemy, and therefore the mantras of Saturn and Rahu have to be chanted after sunset. But when you chant the Navagraha Stotra as a whole, you can chant it anytime during the day. That is what Rishi Vedavyas has said. The last part of this stotra is dedicated to Ketu. Ketu is a spiritual being. He tries to take you away from everything that is material. So whenever Ketu is conjunct with, say, your 10th lord of career, it will try to take you away from your job, take you away from your career, and it will try to take you closer to God. So Ketu is a planet that causes separation. It tries to separate you from everything that is material, and it frustrates you, and out of sheer depression, out of sheer sadness, you want to be closer to God. That is how Ketu works. So while Rahu gives you and later makes you regret, Ketu tries to take away what you have and thus makes you depressed, makes you feel life is useless, and tries to take you closer to God. The verses for Ketu are as follows. Palasha Pushpa Sankasham Tarakagraha Mastakam Raudram Raudratmakam Ghoram Tam Ketum Pranamamyaham. So one who is like the flower of Palash. Okay. Taraka Graha Mastakam, one who is the leader or who is seated on the head of stars. Raudram Raudratmakam Ghoram, one who is extremely fierce, like Rudra. Tam Ketum Pranamamyaham, we bow to such a Ketu. And this ends the Navagraha Stotra. So Rishi Vedavyas clearly says that chant the Stotra with full faith every day at least once, and it will relieve you from the malefic effects of these planets. Now before we conclude this video, let me chant the full Stotra once. Japa Kusuma Sankasham Kashyapeyam Mahadyutim Tamorin Sarva Papagnam Pranatosmi Divakaram Dadi Shankatushārabham Shirodarnava Sambhavam Namami Shashinam Somam Shambhora Mukuta Bhushanam Dharani Garbha Sambhutam Vidyut Kanti Samaprabham Kumaram Shakti Hastam Cha Mangalam Pranamamyaham Priyangu Kalika Shamam Rupena Pratimam Budham Saumyam Saumya Gunopetam Tam Budham Pranamamyaham Devanam Cha Rishinam Cha Gurum Kanchana Sannibham Buddhi Bhutam Trilokesham Tam Namami Brihaspatim Himakundam Runalabham Daityanam Paramam Gurum Sarva Shastra Pravaktaram Bhargavam Pranamamyaham Nilanjana Samabhasam Ravi Putram Yamagrajam Chaya Martanda Sambhutam Tam Namami Shaneshcharam अर्धकायं महावीर्यं चन्द्रादित्यविमर्दनं सिंहिकागर्भसम्भूतं तं राहु प्रणमाम्यहं पलाशपुष्पसङ्काशं तारकाग्रहमस्तकं रौद्रं रौद्रात्मकं घोरं तं केतुं प्रणमाम्यहम्. So it hardly takes 3 minutes to chant this entire Navagraha Stotra. And if you can just chant it once every day, it is said to relieve you from the malefic effects of all the planets, provided that you chant this mantra faithfully and without any doubt. So, friends, this is the significance and interpretation of the Navagraha mantra. And if you chant this with full faith every day, just once, it is said to relieve you from the malefic effects of all the 9 planets, and your life will become very peaceful. So, friends, if you like this video, please mark it as liked on YouTube. Feel free to subscribe to my channel Kamath Astrology by clicking the subscribe button if you have not done so that when I add a new video, you will be automatically notified. Now, for any consultation, for any queries, please email us at astrosevaworld@yahoo.com and we'll be glad to assist you. So, friends, thanks a lot. We'll see you soon shortly with another video. Till then, bye. Take care. Stay home. Stay safe.